Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, Savvy Selena. In today's video, we're going over May's budget. So I'm wearing green today because, honey, we are spending. Before I jump into the budget, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know the next time that I upload. And remember, right now, I am in the middle of my first giveaway as I reach 100 subscribers. As I'm filming this video, I have not reached 100 subscribers, so the contest is still open. I'll link the video in the description box that tells you the contest rules and how to enter. Good luck, and I hope you win. Now, let's jump into the budget. So, it's been a while since I've done a budget video, and so much has changed. What I'm going to do is just jump right into the budget, and I'll talk through those updates as they come up. To remind you of my family, I am married and my husband works sales and he's paid salary plus commission. I work for an investment bank and I receive a salary. I'm the stepmama to 3 lovely children, and so we do have additional support for those children that come out of my husband's paycheck, such as child support and healthcare expenses. They will not be reflected in the budget as though those are pre-tax deductions, so everything you see here is what we're bringing home. I also do not include our tithe and offering to our church in our budget, so those numbers have been removed from the budget as well. All right, now that we've all caught up, let's jump right on in. So let's start with our pay. So my husband and I combine our income and we are bringing in about $8,600 this month. Now, this is a little bit up from normal, and that's because I got a raise. Oh yes, I got a raise in the middle of the Great Resignation. My company decided that I was too valuable to leave, or maybe they didn't want me to leave, and they gave me a huge raise. I don't remember the percentage, but it was definitely a multiple five-figure raise. So I'm really excited about that. As well, this is a very good commission month for my husband, and so we'll see that our income is typically around $7,000 a month, but this month we're at $8,600. Also, my parents gave me $100 for Mother's Day, which I'm so grateful for, and so I've also included that in the budget. That brings our total income for the month of May as $8,715. Now, we gotta spend it. And believe me, we have no problem doing that. So our first category is housing, and of course we have our rent and other utilities per usual. But I wanna talk to the things that are making our housing budget a little bit high this month. You can see our household budget is about $500, and that's because we bought a couch. Now, this doesn't include the cost of the couch, but it does include things like the U-Haul that we use to pick up the couch, as well as the upholstery cleaner that I purchased to clean the couch. And so with that, added an additional $300 to our household supplies. We've also increased our household supply budget from $150 to $200 a month, and that's also reflected in this number. That's mostly due to inflation, as we've all been hit by the inflation monster, and of course we just have to keep up. So our household budget is a bit high this month at $500. Additionally, we have our lawn care costs coming in. It is summertime, and we do use a local landscaper, and he has went up on his prices. He went up $10 per cut, and we get our lawn cut twice a month. So that's a $20 a month increase to $100 for the month, and that includes 2 cuts per month. So that brings our housing cost to about $2,900. And again, it's really up because of the new couch. You can see our lifestyle category this month. We're expecting to spend about $1,065. That's mostly up due to lots of gifts this month. We have Mother's Day, so there was a gift for me as well as my mom. We have my father-in-law's birthday, so we're giving him a gift, as well as my nephew. He is turning 6 or 7, and we're getting him a gift as well. So lots of gifts in the month of May. That's driving up our lifestyle category. Our next category is transportation, where we're expecting to spend about $920. Now here, we haven't really adjusted much for inflation. Again, we're not doing much driving. I have gone back into the office, but I'm really only going 1 day a week. And so I haven't been asked to really come in more, so I'm not throwing more money into the gas budget just now. However, it's really funny that when I first started budgeting, I gave myself $80 per paycheck to drive my car, and right now that's enough to fill up my tank once. So that's really crazy. It used to be like a tank and a half, and now it's just one tank. But $70 has been good for me, so we're gonna keep that at $70. Now we do have some expenses in our car maintenance category. My husband does need brakes as well as tires, and so we're budgeting about $600 there. And so that's bringing up our transportation category this month. Again, lots of spending, but these are very important things, and so we're looking to spend about $900 in transportation. One of my favorite categories is food, and here we're spending about $800. This is really not abnormal. This is pretty our go-tos, maybe a little bit low. It's a little bit lower because my husband is on a soft food diet. He had some teeth removed, and so of course, if anyone had wisdom teeth removed or anything like that, you know that you're required to do soft foods. That happened over the last week, but I am carrying over the soft foods just for a while. I'm into this week, and so using a lot of crock pot recipes, as we know, that makes a little bit of food go a long way. And so our grocery budget is being maintained at about $550. And then our eating out budget, we have increased this from the normal $200 to $250. This is mostly due to inflation. I've also started going to Starbucks a little bit more, and so we have added $50 to our eating out budget for those reasons. So we're looking at about $800 for our food category. So let's talk about our debt. Our debt payment this month is $550. Now we do have a minimum payment of $500. And so this is a little bit of an extra payment, but not too much. We actually haven't done many extra payments this year. I think only one, that was back in January. And that's just because we've been more comfortable saving. I will say right here that our student loans are in deferment, I think until August, and so that's the only other minimum payment that we have. And so right now we're just doing our legal debt payment, and that's $550. So the next category I'm calling the unbudgeted. Obviously it is in my budget, so it's not completely unbudgeted for, but it's more of a lack of commitment type of thing. I'm not quite sure if we're gonna do all of these things or just some of them, so I have them in their own little bucket so that we can adjust things as we see fit. But the first thing is investing $300. This is something we 100% plan to do. The only thing I could see holding this up is if the money isn't transferred from our checking account to our brokerage account. We have not opened the brokerage account yet, so there could be some delays in transferring that money. So bearing any financial institution hiccups, we should be investing $300 this month. I plan on getting my project management professional certification this year. I have put this off for many months to the point where I wanted to take the exam now, and I haven't even signed up for it. So I'm really pushing myself to complete this exam. I need to register. I think when I register, it should be free. I have to submit my application. I don't know if submitting the application is free. I think that may be the $550, or I don't know if I have to pay the $550 after my application is approved, because there is an opportunity, or there is a chance that I could be audited. I think there's a 20% chance you can be audited. So not quite sure how that's going to play out, but I do want to put the money aside to go ahead and register for that exam. We have a resort reservation booking, and this is for my 35th birthday. I turned 35 in November, and I would love to stay at a resort. I already know which one I want to stay at, and I know for how long. My husband and I got married during the vid, and so we were not able to go on a honeymoon, and so we are going to use this as a 35th birthday / honeymoon. We're going all out. We're sparing no expenses, and so a one-night stay is the reservation cost, and it's $550 a night. And so I do plan on putting that deposit down this month. There's really no reason to do it this month, so we couldn't move this over to July or June, but we'll see. I'm just putting this here for now. Next up, we have a bachelorette weekend. So my little brother is getting married, and I am the matron of honor. So I am throwing the bachelorette weekend party that is going to be next month in June, but final deposits are due. I have been collecting money from the other bridesmaids, and that's sitting very nicely in our savings account, but there's some portions of my own that I need to pay. And so I'm not quite sure if we're going to pull that from our savings or cash flow it through our budget. So I put this as a line item. We can see that we can afford to go ahead and pay this out of our cash flow, but we may choose to go ahead and pull it out of savings, because when I got my bonus back in February, I earmarked a piece of that for this trip specifically. So we do have money set aside in a sinking fund for this, but we could also just cash flow it. That's all of the unbudgeted category. We can see what, even if we decided to do all of the unbudgeted things, we would still have remaining balance of $390. And so this is not really a zero-based budget because, again, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with that. So there is some movement that we're going to spend all of it. So let's talk about those things really quick, about some of my May goals right now. I have a lot of things going on this month, and so I want to talk a little bit about each of them thoroughly. Number one, we do plan to open up a joint brokerage account, me and my husband, and we do want to invest, and we talked about that a little bit early. So the first thing to do in order to invest is to go ahead and open that brokerage account. And so I'm really excited that we're going to do that this month. Next, we also want to take our annual Memorial Day vacation. We normally take a day trip to the beach by packing a lunch and just getting in the car and driving home the same day. It's about an hour and a half drive each way. It's a way for us to spend time with our family, and it seems like a getaway from home, but not costing too much. And so that's something else we would like to do this month that is not budgeted for. And so again, that $390 remaining, that might come out of there. Or we might just use our grocery budget and our gas budget to float the cost of that trip. Next, we are trying to be very mindful of our overspending this month, as we really want to make sure that we're able to do all the things, and hopefully I'll reach 100 subscribers this month on my YouTube channel. And if I do, I'm going to put $100 into my YouTube savings account. I don't know if I mentioned it here before or in another video, but as I reach 100 subscribers each time, I want to put $100 into my savings account so that I'm able to invest in my channel. So I'm at 92 subscribers at the time of filming this, so I'm really excited to be able to put my first $100 towards my channel. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to buy yet, but it doesn't matter. It's just about me investing in myself as others believe and trust and invest in me as well. So thank you all for being subscribers to my channel. Next and last, I want to talk about something that's very close and near to my heart. I'm not going to speak too much about it, but I am asking for those who are of faith to pray for me and my family, because we are negotiating our first debt this month. This is something that we didn't have any intentions of doing. Someone came to us with an opportunity based off of where we are in our payment plan. We're ahead of schedule, and there's some funding that may be able to wipe out the remainder of our debt. What I'm doing is just asking you all to have faith and believe that God will do that for us. And even if he doesn't, God is so good. And I'm such a believer that he is a way maker. He doesn't need an opportunity such as funding to make a miracle in our lives. But if he wants to, and if there's opportunity here for us to have this wiped out, almost $10,000 worth of debt, that would be phenomenal for us. And so that's something that we're working on in the month of May. We'll find out later in the month, so it'll definitely be included in my end of the month wrap up. So stay tuned. So I'm adding a new segment to my monthly budget videos to talk about my money feelings and money mindset. And this is based off of why I'm back on YouTube, or why I even left YouTube. That was about me holding my feelings inside and feeling overwhelmed. But I feel like if I talk about them in my budget videos, it can really set the tone for how I'm feeling that month. And always being open and honest with you guys about, the money decisions that we're making. So this month I wrote down, and I'm going to read it here, and I said, money is abundant around me, but I am fearful of letting go of what is mine. And that really comes to me saying earlier about us not making extra debt payments, and really saving a lot of money this month. Right now, our trend for this year has been about $2,000 a month going into savings, and that's not inherently wrong, because we do have strong savings goals to meet our real estate goals and all those other things. But I don't like the fear behind why I'm trying to save so much money. If money is truly abundant around me and I can attract money, if God can bless me with money, then there should be no reason for me to be fearful about using my money. And that goes back to my mindset and my theme for the year, which is money is a tool, and I need to start using my money as a tool. Which leads me into my money motto of the month, which is scared money don't make no money. Sorry for the double negative, but it is so true, right? Like, at the end of the day, I have our goals and we have a plan, and I have to trust my plan. I have to put the pedal to the metal and just go into our investments, into our savings, into our debt. And the reality of it is, in the past, I'll be so scared to do these things or to invest money or to make extra debt payments because something would happen, right? Last year, we moved into this house almost a year ago, and the day we moved in, my transmission went out. I was so upset, and we used our savings to pay it off and get a new transmission, but it hurt. It really hurt. But a year later, if my transmission went out, God forbid, it wouldn't feel the same to me as it did last year because I have so much money in my savings account that inconvenience feels different. And that just goes to show that if we make a plan and stick to the plan, we can grow, and our money mindset has to change. And so that's me changing and evolving, and not being afraid if my transmission goes out tomorrow. Again, knocking on wood, it would not be the end of the world. And so that should not stop me from investing $300 into an investment account, right? So we're gonna do that. We're gonna hit these money milestones. We're gonna go ahead and achieve our May goals. All right, until the next video, stay savvy, people, and I'll see you later. Bye.